Holy cow, I got a bunch of shit in today. So, if you've kept up with me, you may have heard me mention that I kind of went on a really big online Discogs shopping spree recently. Yeah, I got a ton of stuff. I couldn't stop myself, no self control. This is all a bunch of cheap stuff, so don't think I'm like, blowing my entire wallet. But the bulk of my orders arrived actually yesterday. I'm just now getting around to them. I believe this was actually 5 orders total, but I think one of the sellers split my order into 2 boxes and they both arrived at the same time. So it was 6 packages total and came out to 19 albums in total. So I got a lot of shit to show you today. I've already opened everything. I'm not going to do the whole like show the complete packaging. I'm just going to show the album, share some brief thoughts on it, because if I did that, this is going to be like a 30-minute video. Nobody wants to watch that. We'll do shorts and reels or whatever it's called on whatever platform I'm uploading it on, as I normally do for the ones that I can at least. The ones that have like the big poster style inserts I don't do for that because it's too awkward to show. Ones that have like broken hinges or like the loose spindles or the disc just falls right out if I'm not being careful with it. I'm not going to do it for those. That's just kind of how I normally do it though. Let's get into it. We'll start off. I got 2 vinyl records, everything else is CDs. But from Rod Stewart, I got Blondes Have More Fun. I've been wanting to get some Rod Stewart for a long time. I finally got some Rod Stewart. I don't do best of albums, but he's one of those kind of awkward artists where like all of like his hits are kind of like divided over a bunch of different albums. So it's kind of frustrating, at least for people like me, to start getting his albums. Actually, I just remembered I do have his Christmas album, if that counts. Yeah, the main song that this is notably has is Do You Think I'm Sexy, which one of my favorite local bands is The Fuckless. I just posted a live video from them, but first time I saw them was at a 309 Punk House, and I remember they covered that song, so that was cool. The other vinyl that I got is from Queen, The Game. I mentioned I'm trying to get some more Queen in my collection, so I think this is like my 3rd Queen album, first Queen album that I got on vinyl. Alright, now let's get into some CDs. So from Spacehog, we got Resident Alien. There's been several instances that I came close to getting this album main song on here. What was it called? In the Meantime, yeah. Which was featured on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, probably shaming myself. I think that may have been when I first heard it. I can't remember for sure. But I mean, it's such a good song. Like, I like how it's kind of space rocky, a little bit grungy, has a cool bass groove. It's a cool song, and yeah, there's been several instances where like it was in my cart. I decided maybe it wasn't a good deal, or I couldn't figure out what other albums to add to hit the seller's minimum amount of money you spend on them. Whatever, I just never got around to it. Got a couple Prince albums. I also mentioned I wanted to get more Prince in my collection, so the Self-Titled, which I believe was his first album. Then we got it's called Love Symbol, isn't it? I believe that was the title of this album. Next, from Fall Out Boy, from Under the Cork Tree. I used to make fun of Fall Out Boy a lot, but as I've said before, I'm trying to check out more artists that I've kind of been rejecting, so I do kind of like that song, Dance Dance. That's always fun. Blind Melon, Self-Titled. I think the only song that I know from them is No Rain, but it's a cool song. I think it was last year, they played a show at Vinyl Music Hall, and one of the local bands that I keep up with, Glazed Eyes, I think, was opening for them. I kind of considered going out to that show. I think I actually did go to a show somewhere in the area, because I remembered I was kind of concerned that traffic might be a little bit crazy, because they are one of the bigger acts to come through Vinyl Music Hall, but I can't really remember. It was too long ago, and I got to a bunch of shows, so everything kind of blends together. Next up, Nickelback, Silver Side Up. Like I mentioned, there's another artist that I would have made fun of, like back in my high school days. I feel like it's a fairly universal thing to say that Nickelback's music has actually aged fairly well, and making fun of them was back in the day was kind of dumb and like overbloated. Like I'm not necessarily saying like they're the shit, they're the greatest thing ever, but there are way worse bands we could have made the butt of every music joke than Nickelback. And of course, How You Remind Me is on this album, which is a cool song. Another cool band that I remember doing a cover was Team Non-Existent. Covered that last time I saw them at it was during Lady Fest at Baddies. But next up we have some Velvet Underground / related albums. So first off we got Velvet Underground's Loaded. I just saw this has a few bonus tracks on it, so that's cool. I believe it's their first two albums, Velvet Underground and Nico, and White Light, White Heat, which I really love those albums. Trying to remember, what was the guy that dropped out? I guess I should just pull one up, so I'm not gonna do this type of shit and try not to get distracted, but it's gonna drive me fucking crazy if I don't see. John Cale. Yeah, I really like John Cale's violin, so him being replaced by Doug Yule, I think was his name. I don't know, it's just not really the kind of replacement that I'm a big fan of. And then of course Doug Yule did the last quote-unquote Velvet Underground album, which was actually just his solo album. He's not even an original member of the band. He wasn't the lead vocalist before then, all that other shit. And then I also got Velvet Underground's self-titled album, which I feel like this is like not necessarily the best, not necessarily worst, but like the least talked about Velvet Underground album, because I never hear anybody post this, talk about this, or nothing. I mean, like I said, that Doug Yule album, is it called Spike? I think, at least that's something for like everybody to take a shit on, And then Lou Reed's Transformer, which I also noticed just has some bonus tracks on it, which is always cool. This is another album I've came close to getting several times, finally got around to it. Next, Yellowcard, Ocean Avenue. They're another band that maybe not quite at the same level as like Nickelback, but they're still kind of a band that I would have kind of made fun of. But like I've honestly really been digging the song Ocean Avenue in more recent times, so kind of cool to get to that finally. Also, something else I want to mention is there's a band, I think they're sort of broken up, but also not really broken up. I don't know. They're from Tallahassee, so couple hours or so away from me, but I happened to be at what I believe was the one show that they played at in Pensacola, and they're a punk band that has like a violin and like piano. Sometimes they have like saxophone. Like I described them as baroque punk, and then like when I was describing them, I realized it sounded like I was describing Yellowcard, but they're so drastically different, actually. But either way, Degenerate State is cool as fuck. I don't know if you'll be able to see them, but definitely look them up. U2 Live Under a Blood Red Sky. Avenged Sevenfold been getting more into live albums lately. This is one that I've kind of been meaning to pick up, so finally got around to it. Hootie and the Blowfish, Cracked Rear View Mirror. Probably just because they have kind of a similar animal, amphibious, animal related names. Always get them mixed up with Toad the Wet Sprocket, but I think I got one of their albums on the way too, just not in this one. But see, what was the song that I know that's on here? Hold My Hand. Next, Green Day, Nimrod. I've been getting more and more into Green Day. Like a lot of bands, I keep on saying, like, they're a band I wasn't into and, make fun of and all that other shit. But this is my 4th Green Day album now. Really looking forward to listening to this one. From The Doors, Morrison Hotel. This is my 4th album from them. But honestly, the only album I really particularly actively listen to them is their self-titled. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love The Doors, but yeah, this is just it's just the disc and the book. It doesn't have the original case. So I don't have the back information, unfortunately. But I can't remember how much it was, but I mean, obviously it was dirt cheap. Jewel, Pieces of You. I think the only song that I know from them is Who Will Save Your Soul, kind of a acoustic pop type song, very moody. Then Blink 182, Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. I know this one recently got or is fixing to get like a anniversary edition with like a bunch of bonus tracks and stuff, but I didn't have the album, and I didn't really feel like paying like the premium price for all the extra bells and whistles. So, but I did want to get it, so I just got a cheap used copy as I usually do. Then last but not least, from De La Soul, 3 Feet High and Rising. One of the main hip hop artists I've been meaning to pick up, and yeah, finally got this CD from them. Of course, I knew them from Gorillaz, Feel Good Inc. Yeah, the other main hip hop artist that I've been wanting to get, just haven't got around to yet, was Outkast. But I got some Outkast on the way now too, just hasn't arrived yet. So yeah, that's what I got for today. That still wasn't everything from me going crazy, so definitely keep an eye out for more. And as I've also mentioned, I kind of feel like I need to take a break from live shows for a bit, but there are about 2 this month that I'm kind of eyeing that I might go, kind of depending on how I feel, minutes before it'd be time for me to leave, an hour or 2 before the show actually starts. So maybe I'll get some footage from that, but I kind of feel like I just need to take a break from it all. It gets tiring going out to Pensacola or whatever every single week, and usually about a 45-minute drive for me. It wears me down. So yeah, that's about all that I think I got going on right now. So yeah, probably make another video for tomorrow because I think I got more shit coming. So see you then.